podcast, knitting podcast, episode 5. It is Saturday the 26th of July. I'm being distracted because there's notifications coming down on my phone. Yeah, it's Saturday the 26th. No, it can't be. No, it's the 16th of July. My name's Sarah and I'm coming to you from Cornwall in the UK. I'm a little bit late doing my podcast. I really wanted to do it last week, but I wasn't able to because my sister's here from South Africa and she unexpectedly had to stay with me for another week, which was fine by me. It was lovely having her. She's still in the UK and I am really hoping that she can get to come and stay with me again before she goes back. You have to excuse me if I am sniffling a little bit. Everybody has had a cold except for me, and I really think that it's my turn now because since this afternoon I've done nothing but sneeze and sniffle and my nose is running and I'm clutching a tissue, so I want to get the podcast done before it's actually too late because I've got a full-on cold. And Mark is coming home on Friday, which is really exciting. I haven't seen him since April and he'll be home for 3 weeks. So who knows when podcasting will happen then. Although he'll take the kids out for me during the summer holidays, so I'll have more chance with him home than when he's not here. Yeah, so nothing much has happened. It was my mother and father-in-law's 50th wedding anniversary today, so we all went out and had a little get together for them, which was really lovely. Such a shame Mark missed it, and such a shame that Mark is missing my sister and brother-in-law Deb and Nige being over from South Africa because he would really love to see them. But you know, that's what happens when you work abroad, you sort of miss everything. He'll be home on Friday, so hopefully we can all have get-togethers then. I'm just going to pause a moment. Apologies for the pausing for sniffles. I think I'll be alright for a minute. I'll just get into what I've been doing. First of all, I haven't got it with me. It's in my bedroom and it's chucked on the bed in disgust at the moment. But I have finished the Light Trails sweater that I was doing. I think I've got the pattern here actually. I'll just check. It's in my bag of stuff to be sorted out when I get it in the craft room. I've shown you before, but just if anybody hasn't seen it, I'll just show you which one I'm talking about. And it is this jumper, which I was doing in Malabrigo Sock, I think, in the ochre colour. Well, I finished it. It fits really well considering I changed it because of the gauge and stuff, and it looks nice, but when I say it fits well as in I haven't got it too massively big or too massively small. It's just how I wanted it. But when I put it on, these parts here seem to bag out like this. So when you put your arms down, it makes funny shapes or goes like this, and excuse me, I'll redress, and things like that. And no, I'm not happy with it at all. I think the whole thing is going to be ripped out because I'm not really happy with the finish on it. I think perhaps because it was supposed to be a baggy jumper that hasn't got the correct shaping for a tighter fit, which is what I was going for, and I really should have adjusted something around this area to make it fit correctly. I'm unhappy that it doesn't fit, or it does fit. I'm unhappy that it's not what I wanted and it's got these weird baggy bits, but I'm not unhappy that I've knitted a whole jumper and I'm going to rip it out because it didn't really take that long anyway. Well, I've got this bag out that I chuck everything in that needs to go in the craft room and be resorted. As you can see, there's needles and old bits of yarn and patterns. This is brilliant, this bag. I got it from Tesco's. It's one of their shopping bags done by designers. This is a Julien McDonald bag. And it's brilliant for knitting. It was £5. It's got a little zippy pocket inside, and it's a really nice heavy canvas with lovely sort of webbing, you know, handles. I really love this. for knitting, and if I ever, well, probably my Stonecutter, when I get around to re-gauging that, that'll be the bag it goes in, because it's a really nice big sturdy bag for a jumper. So get to Tesco's and get one for £5. I think it's a bargain. I was really pleased with that. Little things please little minds, don't they? I'm just going to have some wine, probably not the best thing when you're feeling a little bit stuffy and going to sneeze, but I don't know, I fancied a glass of wine. Probably because I went to the pub with everyone today and I was driving and had lime and soda, so when I came home I thought I'm going to buy a bottle of wine. Yeah, so that was the first finished object. I'm sorry I can't show you. I did take a photograph of it, but it's on my phone, so I can't even hold that up when I'm recording on my phone, so excuse me sniffling. I will try and insert the photograph that I took of the finished jumper and put it in here. Another thing I've finished, well, I say finished, it is finished. I just got to sew some buttons on, which I've put somewhere. I went to Tavistock the other day and bought some little buttons for it, and they were in a little white bag and I don't know where I've put them, but I need to sew them on before my sister goes back to South Africa because it's for her friend. But it's the Gramps Cardigan. I just put it like that, by Tin Can Knits, and it's really, really cute. I did this, oh, I've said in a previous podcast what the yarn was. I think it was Patons Aran wool blend. I didn't really enjoy knitting with it, but the finished object has turned out really nice. So I think some little boy is going to enjoy wearing that and all be all cosy. If I could find the buttons, I'd show you. I wanted little tiny wooden toggle buttons, but they didn't have 5, they only had 3 in the shop, which was a shame, and they could order them. But with my sister going back to South Africa soon, I needed to make sure I had some. So they're little round ones, and they've got like a V shape on them, and one side is this colour and one side is that colour, so they do look really nice. Yeah, what else have I finished? I've been doing quite a lot of knitting because my sister was here and she knits and crochets. And you know, when you've got visitors, you don't tend to do so much housework and things like that. So we've been sitting down in the afternoons and knitting together, and it's been really lovely. I wish you could stay all the time and I just do no housework and do knitting all the time. I finished my monkey socks by Cookie A. I didn't finish them in time for the sorry about all the ums and that, I'm not quite with it. Just bear with me. I didn't finish them for the knit along, unfortunately. I almost did, but I would say I've knitted 4 of these socks. I was just making stupid mistakes. I mean, I'm used to knitting lace, I'm used to knitting socks. There was no reason for me to do it, but I had finished one of them, and then I noticed right up here, just after the heel luckily, so I didn't have to rip up past the heel, I had not completely finished the pattern, and if you can see the garter bits, they sort of close up, and it had finished here and you could see it. I wasn't going to leave that, I couldn't leave that, so I had to rip that all the way back. And then I finished this sock, and I'd accidentally done one pattern too many, so it was much longer than this sock. It was just silly things, but I must admit I think I must have knitted 4 socks in the end. But I wanted them to be perfect. I wasn't going to leave it because I was really, really happy with the yarn, happy with the pattern. I really loved knitting them, and I didn't mind, you know. They're gorgeous. I really, really love these. I did the Eye of Partridge heel, and I think I just did the toe that was in the pattern, I can't remember, probably, but they fit me perfectly and they're really nice. And now they can come off of here and be folded lovely, and they can go into my box of socks, which is a nice butterfly one. And that makes my little pile is getting bigger. And that makes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's July's socks really, if you think of it like that. Done. So I was really happy with those. Oh, I love looking at my box. I've decided not to wear them now. I did at first. Oh, excuse me. I did at first. I wore these a couple of times, but I decided, oh, I wore those quite a lot actually. But I decided, no, I'm going to keep them. I really love opening the box and seeing them all in there, and then I know how many I've done. But it's so exciting when you come back and look at ones you've done, because you sort of forget. I love these. What you've done. So my little box of socks is building up nicely. I've done quite a lot of socks for other people as well this year, so I can't believe I've knitted so many. Yeah. So they're in my box of socks, ready to go. Oh, excuse me, my phone's ringing. Oh God. I'm back. Half a glass of wine and a long chat to my mum later. I'll carry on. I've got no idea what I was talking about. I can't remember. Box of socks. I think I did that. I showed you the bag from Tesco's. I'll just have a look on here and see what to do next. I've shown you all my finished objects, so I'll go on to works in progress. One thing that I've been really enjoying doing is my blanket. Shannon from the Stonecutter podcast and Mina from the Knitting Expat podcast are doing a summer blanket cowl knit along. So if you have got a blanket on the go and you do any squares, make sure you put them on Instagram and use the hashtag summer blanket cowl. I'll put it up here, down there, somewhere for you. I've done a few squares. I can't really remember which ones. I definitely did this one because that was from some wool that my friend Claire sent me in the package I showed you last week. And this one, which is the first time I've ever used hedgehog, is it hedgehog fibres? You can tell I'm not with it, I would know that. Hedgehog fibres, doesn't sound right, I'm sure it's right. In the teacup colourway, which I've been dying to try. It's the first time I've used hedgehog at all. I really like it, it's nice. Not, I don't know, not raveable, I don't think, the actual yarn, but it's the colourways with them, I think, that make people really love it. I mean, it's not a horrible yarn, it's a nice yarn. Fairly thin, I think. I don't know what this is, it might be the sock, I'm not sure, but I love the colour. And the yarn's nice. So I did those two. I'm trying to square it off, I'm nearly there, I've just got to do that bit. I did this one, which was another one of the yarns that my friend Claire sent me. I think it's by the Uncommon Thread, and I think it's just dark blue. I'm sure I did some more than that. Oh yeah, I did this one, I think. No, I think I might have already done that one, but I did this one, another yarn that Claire sent me. And this was, oh, she did tell me the other day on Instagram, something disco by somebody. That's very good, isn't it? I'll put it down the bottom. I'll look on Instagram. I can't at the moment, my phone is up there. But that is really, really pretty. And it's quite close. I put it quite close to, where is it? This one. That one is Nora George's Anything from the Trolley Dears, and this is the one that I've just done, and they're quite similar. I love that one and I love that one. That one's just got more white in it, and this one's is more pinky, I think. It's really nice. That is, oh, I forgot to tell you, the Cookie A socks were made in Little Yellow Uke yarn by Zena from Little Yellow Uke podcast, and it's Neon Kid. And I've now put one of those in my blanket. You might be able to see that the edge looks flatter than that one, because I've started to do the slip the first stitch and knit into the back of the last stitch, because I did it on that one, and if you look at the back, I really quite like the chain it makes. Is that showing? The chain it makes here, but I don't like the way it looks at the front so much, so I don't know. I've done a few either way. I mean, that's the back of it. It doesn't look messy, whichever way you choose. I'll just see how I feel. I don't mind if half of it's one way and half of it is the other. Don't really mind. I think that's all I've put in there, but it's getting a bit bigger. It's looking very blankety to go with all my crochet blankets I have everywhere. I think that would be a nice snuggly blanket. I think I'm gonna like it. And of course it folds all squishy and nice. Oh, I'll put it back in the bag. And this is just currently in this bag I crocheted many years ago. It was a pattern from the Attic 24 blog. It's not the chunky crochet bag that she does, it's the original one. And I don't know if I've talked about this before, maybe. If I have, just ignore me. I made this out of a lovely linen cotton blend, and it's really nice, and literally years ago, and I made a teeny version for my daughter, which is about to here, and that tulle is really cute. So she's got that. I think she keeps Moshi Monsters in it or something. And I lined it and put pocket. Probably could do with a wash actually. It's looking a little bit well used. I love that little bag. I have done the chunky version as well that she did, but I don't like that one as much. I just did it, oh excuse me. I did the chunky one in, I don't know, no special yarn in particular, and it's just wool. It's the fact that this one is linen that makes it so nice. Excuse me. Do you think wine would be medicinal? We can but try. What else have I got here? What else have I been doing? Oh yeah. My sister, as I said, as I've told you, my sister has been staying. And she completely finished crocheting I've got it here, a cozy blanket, I think that's what it's called, again from Attic 24, but she did the cupcake one this time. I'll put a link to Attic 24 at the bottom. If you love crochet and you haven't heard of them, of Lucy at Attic 24, you're definitely missing something, because if you want a quick project that's easy with no thought really, and you don't have to think about the colours and everything, but you know it's going to turn out beautiful, just go to her website, because she's brilliant for things like that. Yeah, anyway, my sister finished that while she was here, and excuse my voice, very croaky. She wanted something else to do, and she'd bought some yarn obviously while she was over here, and she wanted to do the Hitchhiker shawl, so I got mine out as well, so I've made quite a bit of progress on it really, considering I think last time I podcast I was about here, so I've done that, and it's obviously getting wider now. Oops, about to come off the end then. But I love doing this. I think it's going to be really nice and cosy to wear in the winter, or autumn even, because it's lovely, isn't it? But it's so easy to knit, and once you've got the hang of, well, I won't say, but the sawtooth part, and doing this part, the bumps, you really don't have to look at the pattern, and this garter stitch, so it's a nice easy project to do. That's in my little excuse me. That's in my little ice cream bag that you've seen before that I made. Oh. So I've been picking that up now and then for something to do. Oh yeah, it's there. I have got a hoe, as they say, and I finished. Oh, I put it on a sock blocker. Not that I have yet. So I finished the first gravel sock from Mina Phillips' Beyond Vanilla. Oh gosh, I put that one a bit wonky. Hang on, there we go. I still love the pattern, and I did cast on for the second sock, but I literally cast on and that was it. And then I wanted to do something else, which I'll show you in a minute, and I was watching TV last night, or yesterday, and I really couldn't be bothered to go in my craft room and get some more sock needles, so I just ripped out the part I'd done of this second sock and used those needles. So I need to start it again, but it looks really lovely. This is done in Knit Pick Stroll, hand painted, fingering, in the Sweetie colourway, which I believe has been discontinued now, which is a shame because it's really pretty. It's not really my usual sort of pastel-y colours, I don't usually go for that, but it does look pretty, it fits perfectly. And that gravel pattern is just trying to get it there. I've shown before. I love it. I really love it. So I want to do the second sock of that. So I'm doing all right. If I'm up to July in my box of socks, then I've got one sock done here for August. So if Mark's home, well, he is home 3 weeks, and I don't get too much done, at least I've only got to get one sock done to keep up to date. That's in my lovely bag from Doris and Hazel, who are on Etsy. I will put a link below. My friend Sam. And now, the reason that I want, well, there's two reasons that I casted on the thing that I'm going to show you now. I need a drink, just a moment. Oh. There's two reasons I cast this on. Firstly, I was watching Kilter Craft, Vanessa, Townley, and every time I watch her, I think I really need to do her I Heart Bees sock pattern, because it looks really lovely, and things with bees sort of, I wouldn't say I'm like obsessed with bees or anything, but they, my other sister really likes bees, my mum likes things with bees on, and I tend to gravitate towards it just because it's a familiar thing that they like. So I really wanted to cast on her sock. I'd finished my jumper that doesn't look right, which was done in the Malabrigo Ochre, which was the colour I thought would be absolutely perfect for a pair of socks called I Heart Beads. And then I was lucky enough to go on Instagram when Danny from the Little Bobbins podcast had said she'd just updated her shop, and I managed to get a little sock bag. I've been wanting one of her bags for ages. Little Bobbins, there we go. It's lovely. Obviously it's Danny, it's beautifully made, it's so cute. I love the little socks. I love the linen, I suppose it is. It looks like, it's not canvas, it's not as thick as canvas, it's more like a linen that I would have done a cross stitch on. I really love that. This cute little golden pink polka dot looks gorgeous. And so I had to cast something on to go in there, and I was watching Nessa just as this turned up at the door. I finished my ochre jumper. I knew I had this much left, plus another skein. This is the ochre, which is beautiful. I love this colour. And so, whilst watching the rest of Nessa's podcast, I cast on her sock, and I love it. I'm really enjoying doing the pattern. Oh. I'm trying to get it so that the light's funny because it's night time, and trying to get it so you can see the sort of honeycomb pattern. Can you see it there? It's really lovely. It's a free pattern on Ravelry, and Nessa has done such a great job of writing it. It is so clear and easy to follow. It's obviously a small back and forth cable. I have been doing it again without using a cable needle, which was a bit fiddly at first, I found, but I've got back into the rhythm of it now. But what I love about this pattern, I know she wrote it years before the Fine and Dandy pattern, it has got, even though it's not, the way the Fine and Dandy flowers are done, it's not a cable, but it's got the same sort of feel to it, and I loved Fine and Dandy, and I really love this. So I'm happy with the progress on that. Nessa's pattern asks for a longer rib than this, but that's the length of rib that I like, so I've just done that. I don't know what heel she's got. I'll have a look. I'll probably just follow the pattern for it on this one because of the honeycomb pattern, and then I won't have to think about it because I'm sure she's written easily how to do it. But it's really, really nice. They're going to be gorgeous socks. Nessa, I really love this pattern, and I really love that my needles match. They're Knit Pro Zings 2.25s, which is not what the pattern asks for. So I'm hoping my gauge will be alright. It feels stretchy enough. And I love that they are in my Odd Socks bag by Little Duck Bobbins, and you can find her shop there. And who doesn't love Danny? There we go. It's so cute. You need to see the little there. It's so cute. I love that. That's it for knitting and works in progress, finished objects, all that type of thing. I don't think there's anything else that I've been doing. But sorry about this. I'm not an alcoholic. I've just got a dry throat. I should have water here really. I've got a little friend who's just come into the room. He's sort of a bit camera shy, I think. He doesn't tend... Oh no! What's the matter, boy? He's looking out the patio doors here. French doors. And he's waiting for birds to hop on the lawn so that he can bark at them. Isn't there anyone there? Harvey? No? What is it? What can you see? Oh no, I better not encourage him. I've got stuff everywhere here. He'll be jumping up. Yeah, so from this one we go into acquisitions because obviously I've got that bag. Remember, it's been 3 weeks since I've podcast, so oh excuse me, I'm gonna have to pause a second and then we'll go into acquisitions. Oh, it's not doing it. Okay, back again. Yes, I am, boy. Knit Picks, Felici. I keep checking their website because the first time Felici came out, I completely missed it. I managed to get the candy jar colourway right at the end. It was one of the only ones that was left because they sell out ridiculous, don't they? Managed to get the candy jar one, which I knitted for my sister and her socks. So when we finally, I think I saw it on Instagram, Knit Picks put up a post. Harvey, what's the matter, boy? What is it? It's okay. It's okay. You right? Yeah? Yeah. Yeah, Knit Picks put up a post saying, oh, the new colourways are here. Or I might have even gone onto the Knit Picks website and seen the banner across the top. I can't remember. But I thought, I've got to get some of it. So, before it sells out, you know, it's not too pricey, is it? And it's really nice. It's soft, and I know I said last time I'm not sure if I would use it again because I felt like it stretched when I washed it, but it is just so soft and the colours are so pretty. I'll give it another go. So I bought this one, which I think was a colourway that they had last time that I missed, and this is the Time Traveller Self Striping, which is this one. Of course, you've got to buy 2 if you want a pair of socks. So I got that one, which is really pretty. I love the colours in that. Completely different. Harvey, people are thinking that I'm torturing you. What's the matter, boy? And I got Ever After, which is a new colourway. Harvey, danger, boy. That's nice colours. And they look like they'll make lovely socks. And I just got one more colour, and I couldn't resist this because it's just so, so pretty. And it is Balloon Ride. I love, love, love this. These socks will definitely be only for me and me alone and nobody else. And they're going to have to be done in the most fabulous pattern because they have to be perfect. But I love it. Look at the 2 turquoises in it. So pretty. And what I did, if you can see, there's 5 stripes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. When I was looking at the Knit Picks website, I've heard a lot of people saying that 2 of the stripes are very similar, and I see it when they knit them up, and from a distance it looks like there's 1 wide stripe instead of 2 different stripes because the colours are so similar. So I just looked at the... Harvey, boy, what's the matter? Stop it. Oh, it's a hard life. Yeah, I just looked at the colours. Hang on, I'm just going to have to see what is the matter with my little boy. Hello. I've got a little boy here now, haven't I? Yes, hello boy. We let him out. Do you want people to see you? Yeah? Look over here, what's this? Sam, we can't see you, you're too low. Look up here, what's this? He's so obedient. Isn't you, boy? Yes. Yeah, so I was saying, yeah, I looked on the Knit Picks website and I just made sure that the 3 balls that I picked up, when I counted the 5 stripes on the sample, because they have a little sample swatch thing there, that the colours, you could easily identify 5 separate colours and that there weren't 2 that looked really, really similar. Having said that, the yellow and the buttercream, I think, on this one, I think may look quite similar when they're knitted up. But I don't mind because I really love that one. But on the website, it looked like bright yellow and cream. Maybe it will look like that when it's knitted up. It certainly does there. I don't know if this light is showing that, but it does look different, the 2 yellows. This has definitely got 5 separate colours. This has definitely got 5 separate colours. There were a few where I could see straight away that there were 2 colours that look similar, and also I noticed that Knit Picks has done it so that one of them is on the bottom and one of them is on the top. So you don't necessarily notice it straight away when you're looking at the sample. Make sure you look at the top and bottom ones as well and see if they look similar. But that's how I did it, and hopefully I won't have a sock with a great big block in the middle. As I was ordering from Knit Picks, obviously it's free postage over a certain amount, so I think it was £25, but I think they've put it up to 30 now. And I ordered another Knit Picks Stroll fingering because I really like them. Perfect for that Hitchhiker shawl, and I think this colour would look great as that type of shawl. Not necessarily the Hitchhiker, but there must be something else that's quite similar if I fancy doing something different. Oh no, now I've unwound it by accident and I'm the world's worst at getting these together. They never look the same. How do they do it? How do they do it? I know how they do it. They twist it, they go like this, they go like that, they put it, and it's perfect. Not when I do it. Looks like Harvey's had a go on it, doesn't it, boy? There we go. So, that's that. And I bought one other thing from Knit Picks because Sue from the Knit24 Periscope, who I love and obviously does LegacyKnitz with Chelsea, her daughter, the podcast. She's knitting an Afghan, and I managed to get hold of the pattern. It's like a sampler Afghan, so each square is a different pattern. I really love that idea, and I wanted to do a knitted Afghan for my bedroom, for across my bed, instead of a crochet one. I've got crochet blankets everywhere. I must have about 12 of them in the house, in different rooms. So I just really fancied doing a knitted one, other than my knitted Mitre Square Cozy Memories blanket. But Sue is using Knit Picks Brava worsted, which is acrylic. I think it's 100%. Yeah, 100% premium acrylic, it says. But she did say that it felt fantastic for an acrylic yarn. I mean, all my blankets are crocheted in acrylic and they feel lovely, so I'm not averse to using it. And the price of doing a blanket like that is just through the roof, isn't it? So I thought I'll just order one ball just to see if I like it. And she's right, it is so soft. This is Knit Picks Brava worsted, and it really is lovely. You can feel that it's acrylic, but it barely. It's really soft and lovely, and I think I got dove heather. So my bedroom is pure white, silver, and in the wallpaper it's got a slightly darker grey as well. So I would get this colour, a darker grey and a white, and do the same amount of squares in each colour, and then probably not checkerboard or not any pattern I don't want to do. I just want a random sort of assortment of the colours and place them. So I might start that with this one ball. I did ask Sue on her Periscope how much each square takes, and she said if you sort of think of a ball per square, I think she said it takes a little less. So I can start it off, I can do one square, and if I like it I can order the rest of the wool, and if I don't, I can chuck it in the bin. Give it to Amy for one of her little dolls for a little tiny blanket. So that's what I got from Knit Picks, and I was really excited with that package. And I ordered some of these. I ordered one for me, one for my sister, and one for my mum. And it's just, I think it was Katie from inside number 23. No, Frank, yeah, no, you're not allowed that, my boy. He's trying to steal my yarn. Yeah, do you want to come over here? Want to come over here? Yeah? No? Oh, excuse me. No, you can't have that. Yeah, and it's just one of those, you put it on your finger. I gave it to my sister, and my brother-in-law was killing himself laughing at us. And it's like a little digital display, and you can count your rows by just pressing the button. Don't know if it's going to do anything, or you're going to see it on there, but it's a handy little gadget. And don't we all like these little gadgety things for our knitting? So when I bought myself one, I had to buy one for them as well. Didn't I, boy? Do you want one? Do you? He's down here. He's so cute. Do you want one? And I managed to find, and I can't remember off the top of my head the name of them now. Oh gosh, excuse me. The little scissors I was looking for to go with that little scissor fob cross stitch thing that I haven't done any of that I wanted to make, which I still want to make. And it was these little black scissors. I can't remember the name of them, but I managed to get them from the Sampler Guild. Now you can see them if I put them like that. They're so cute. They've got the handles are full size, but the little bits are really tiny, really cute. And on the website, they weren't very much. They were really cheap. They had red ones as well, which you can't see because the sun is going down now because it's now 9:15. But they're so cute. I love these. So I got both colours. Oh, I've got a bit of fluff on my nose now, which isn't helping the fact that it's already really itchy. Harvey sat right here looking at me, moving his head every time I move. And your boy, yes. Excuse me, I talk to him like this all the time. I have got a little Progress Keeper holder from Knitting I Love from Barbara. Really cute, and it came with her little stitch markers, a couple of them, which are Progress Keeper stitch markers. So you have the little clasp on one end. On the other end is a little bead. There. But if you pull the bead down, you can use the other end as just a stitch marker and just push it up if you want to use it. It's too little to show. If you want to use it as a Progress Keeper. Really clever idea. So it came with 2 of those. And that's from Knitting I Love, Barbara, who has a podcast which I'm sure everybody knows about, and a lovely little shop where she sells all these things. I've got one of her DPN cozies as well, which is really sweet, and I've hung my stitch markers on there and they look really cute. Again, enabled by Sue from Knit24, because she had one and raved about it, and I can see why. It's just such a cute little thing, and it's lovely to have them all together. I can't find mine. And I've got my notions pouch that I keep on this table because this is where I knit most of the time, and I can just chuck that in my bag and it's all beside me here. And one last acquisition. You think I'm an alcoholic, the amount I'm drinking. My poor throat. What is it, boy? We want to see you. We don't want you down there. We want to see you. Why won't you come over here? It's been really hot today, which is lovely because we've had terrible weather in the UK, but today has been a really beautiful day. And it was so hot in this conservatory that I've had to open all the windows, and it's really distracted Harvey because he likes to just check, don't you? All the windows. Make sure there's nothing coming in to attack me so that you can bark at it. And my last acquisition, which I really shouldn't have got. I'm trying to work out, this yarn has got stellina in it, and in this light it looks gold, but I'm sure it's silver. Don't think I've got any gold stellina, but it was the Seahorses and Octopi set from, is it Carrie, I think, at Freckled Whimsy, and it's one of her sock nanny bags, which I didn't have, and I wanted to see what all the fuss was about. I did have one of her bags, but not a sock nanny. It came with a nice little postcard and a lollipop. But it's really sweet. I love orange. My husband's favourite colour is orange, so I tend to gravitate towards that as well. And it's got, that's with the octopi, and then inside it's got really pink, pretty little pink seahorses, and the matching handle. But and obviously her little, same as I do, with the little clip on the side. But the thing with the sock nannies that everybody likes is that they're tall, so you can perfect stitching on this one, so that you can fold it over and use it more like a yarn bowl really. And because I got the kit, it came with the matching yarn, and this is my first Freckled Whimsy yarn. It is so soft. Which one did I get? I actually got the absolute last kit that was in the shop, so I didn't really have a choice, but I knew it would all be nice, so I've got the, it says, oh, I don't know what I've got. It says all of it. Oh no, it's circled. I got the Wonderland, which is, excuse me, I cannot see and I can't find my reading glasses. It says 75% merino, 20% nylon and 5% stellina. 400 yards, I think. Gosh, I'm getting old, I can't see. And it's really beautiful. I don't know if you can see the sparkle. I think you can. It does look gold in this light, but I don't think it is. And that's from, of course, Freckled Whimsy. I love the orange going into the bright pink. I feel like that's me. That's my husband, is orange he likes, and that's me, because my purse is literally that colour. Do not kid you. So that's lovely, and it matches the bag, obviously, and I haven't got a clue what I'm going to do with it. It just feels too special to be socks, but that's silly really. I love socks, so I buy this yarn. I should make socks out of it. I might do. I don't know what this yarn's going to do though. I haven't quite got, look how soft it is, it's lovely. I haven't got, until I don't know, I can't even speak. Until I cake it up, I don't think I know quite what this yarn is going to do, and I know I won't even then, but is it going to go pink, orange, pink, orange, pink, orange, or is it going to go orange, 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 then pink? I think it's going to go pink, orange. So I could do socks, or else they wouldn't be matched. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I don't know even. I'll cake it up. I think I'll do socks. Because it's not really a scarf colour. I wouldn't wear a scarf in that colour. I wouldn't wear a hat in that colour. My kids might, but they're not having Freckled Whimsy yarn, I'm afraid. So it might be some special socks for me. And it really is soft and lovely. I do love it. So that's it for my acquisitions. And that's it for everything, I think. My sister is currently at my brother's house staying. I'm going to send her a text in a minute and tell her to come back because I miss her. I don't know if she will. It's been really strange because I live on my own most of the time. My husband's away all the time. And to have visitors for an entire week, it was just lovely. I really loved it. I loved getting up in the morning and knowing there are other people here, and people, you know, we were all cooking. My brother-in-law made a gorgeous curry. He'd made a chilli the week before. My sister made a lovely homemade butternut squash soup that she left and didn't even have any of, so we've been enjoying that, and I've frozen the rest of it for when Mark gets home. And it was just nice to have the activity and the different things going on. I really enjoyed that, and the kids loved having other people here as well. And when she left to go to my brother's, which is literally 20 minutes away, that's all, we both cried. So yeah, I mean, I'd like her, if she's not going back to South Africa within the next few days, I really want her to come back for a few days. And Mark would be thrilled to bits if they were still here when he got home on Friday, although I know my sister and her husband are hoping that they'll be back in South Africa by then. But it's really nice to have them around. Yeah. But anyway, that's it. That's what I've been up to. I've just been hanging out with my sister and visiting my in-laws and seeing Mark's sisters and things. So yeah, it's been really nice couple of weeks. Busy, which is why I couldn't podcast, because, you know, with house guests I just didn't really want to try and do that. But yeah, had a lovely couple of weeks, and Mark's home on Friday, so everything is full of excitement now. And we are going camping. Well, we're going to Haven, which is like, if you're not from the UK, it's just like a, I don't know how to describe it. If you heard of Butlins, it's like Butlins, like a camping thing. We're going to stay in a big static caravan in a park that's got entertainment and swimming pools and activities for the kids. And I love going there, and Harvey can come with us, so we can take the dog. And I'm really looking forward to that. So I will probably try and podcast one day when Mark takes the kids out after our camping trip, but I might take a little bit of video to stick in to the beginning of the next podcast for you. I hope everybody in the UK is looking forward to the summer holidays. The kids break up, well, my kids break up on Thursday, the day before Daddy comes home. So I hope everyone's going to have a really lovely summer. I am planning to, and I really can't wait to see Mark. It's our 24th wedding anniversary on Sunday too, so he's home for that. And that's it. So I'll say goodbye and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.